Welcome, baseball fans. Today, we take a deep look into the life and legacy of a man whose presence in Major League Baseball is as dignified as it is defining. A man whose story is built not on flash or flamboyance, but on quiet leadership, discipline, and a deep understanding of what it truly means to build a culture of excellence. This is the story of Dave Roberts, the strategist, the motivator, the connector, and the competitor who transformed from an underestimated outfielder into one of baseball's most respected leaders. His journey reflects not only a career of accomplishment, but a character built through perseverance, humility, and heart. Born on May 31st, 1972, in Naha, Okinawa, Japan, Dave Roberts' life began in a place far removed from the traditional baseball heartlands of America. His father, Wayman Roberts, was an African-American U.S. Marine, and his mother, Aiko, was Japanese. Their union represented two different worlds, two different histories, coming together in love and strength. And from that came a son who would one day bridge cultures through sport. When the family eventually moved to the United States, young Dave found himself growing up in a world where his identity made him different. Yet, instead of running from that difference, he embraced it. It became his foundation, his quiet pride, and his source of strength. As a child in San Diego, California, Roberts discovered baseball, a sport that quickly became his safe haven. While others saw size and flash, Roberts saw angles, timing, and instinct. He was quick on his feet and sharper in mind. Every time he stepped on the field, he made up for what he lacked in raw power with intelligence and effort. Those early years instilled in him the mentality that would later define his career, that you don't need to be the loudest or the biggest to make the biggest impact. At Rancho Buena Vista High School, Roberts' work ethic began to separate him from his peers. He played with an energy that couldn't be taught, always hustling, always leading by example. His speed became his signature. On the base paths, he was fearless, a blur in motion. After high school, Roberts went on to play college baseball at UCLA, one of the most competitive programs in the country. There, he honed his game alongside future major leaguers and proved that he could compete with anyone. He became known for his leadoff presence, his base-running IQ, and his team-first mentality, traits that would later make him indispensable at the professional level. Despite his success at UCLA, Roberts was not considered a top draft prospect. Scouts saw him as undersized, questioning whether his skill set could translate to the major leagues. But Roberts, never one to fold under doubt, decided that if talent wouldn't open the door, determination would. He was drafted by the Cleveland Indians in the 47th round of the 1994 MLB draft, a pick so late that most players never make it to the big leagues. But Roberts wasn't most players. He spent years grinding through the minor league system, traveling from city to city, facing the uncertainty that comes with chasing a dream. But through it all, he kept improving. He didn't just play to survive, he played to lead. Every organization that had him noticed the same thing. Dave Roberts made teams better. He elevated energy levels, raised accountability, and inspired teammates with his consistency. Roberts finally made his MLB debut in 1999 with the Cleveland Indians, and from that point on, he became the kind of player managers dream of: dependable, unselfish, and relentless. He wasn't the type to light up the scoreboard with home runs, but he had an intangible ability to shift momentum. As an outfielder, he played with precision. As a base runner, he brought chaos to opposing pitchers. He stole bases not just with speed, but with calculation, reading movements, predicting tendencies, and trusting his instincts. His career would take him through several clubs, including the Los Angeles Dodgers, Boston Red Sox, and San Diego Padres. But his most iconic moment, one of the greatest in baseball history, came during the 2004 American League Championship Series. The Boston Red Sox were facing the New York Yankees, down 3-0 in the series, with elimination just one out away. Then came that moment. Roberts, who hadn't seen much playing time, was sent in as a pinch runner in the 9th inning. Everyone watching knew what was about to happen. He would attempt to steal second base. Standing on first, with Mariano Rivera, the most dominant closer in history, watching his every move, Roberts faced one of the most pressure-filled moments in sports. Rivera threw to first once, twice, a third time, each time nearly picking him off. But on the next pitch, Roberts broke for second. Time slowed. The throw came from Jorge Posada, the tag from Derek Jeter, and Roberts slid in, safe by a fraction. That steal didn't just save a game, it changed a franchise. The Red Sox went on to tie the game, win it in extra innings, and eventually complete the greatest comeback in MLB postseason history, winning 4 straight against the Yankees. A week later, they captured their first World Series title in 86 years, breaking the infamous curse of the Bambino. Roberts' steal became more than just a play. It became a symbol of courage, belief, and the power of one man's moment of perfection. Yet for Roberts, that iconic moment was not the pinnacle. It was a reflection of how he had always lived, prepared, fearless, and humble. After retiring in 2008, he transitioned to coaching, eager to give back to the game that had given him everything. His transition from player to manager wasn't immediate, but when he finally got his shot, he made the most of it. In 2016, the Los Angeles Dodgers appointed Dave Roberts as their new manager. It was a groundbreaking moment. Roberts became the first manager of Asian heritage and one of very few black managers in Major League Baseball history. The weight of that responsibility wasn't lost on him, but Roberts embraced it with grace. He knew that his presence meant something, not just to himself, but to countless young players who now saw someone who looked like them leading one of baseball's most iconic franchises. Under Roberts' leadership, the Dodgers became a model of consistency. His calm demeanor, analytical mind, and ability to build trust turned the Dodgers into perennial contenders. From day one, he brought structure, unity, and belief to the clubhouse. He guided players through slumps and streaks, victories and heartbreaks, always maintaining the same steady hand. His teams reflected his personality, disciplined, focused, and fearless. Roberts led the Dodgers to multiple National League pennants, and in 2020, amid the chaos of a global pandemic, he guided them to their first World Series championship in 32 years. That title was more than a managerial milestone. It was a testament to years of resilience, both his and the organization's. Through uncertainty, pressure, and criticism, Roberts never wavered. His faith in his players and his methods never faltered. What makes Dave Roberts truly special isn't just his winning record, it's his leadership philosophy. He manages not through fear or authority, but through empathy and trust. Players describe him as approachable, authentic, and deeply invested in their growth, both as athletes and as people. He listens, he connects, and he challenges them to be better. He believes in accountability, but never forgets humanity. Off the field, Roberts is deeply respected for his integrity. He's open about his faith, his heritage, and his gratitude for the opportunities he's been given. He's also an advocate for diversity in baseball, encouraging the sport to open its doors wider to people of all backgrounds. His existence as a successful biracial manager is, in itself, a bridge, one that connects cultures and reminds fans that baseball, at its heart, is a game for everyone. But perhaps what stands out most about Dave Roberts is how little he seeks the spotlight. In an age where sports personalities often demand attention, Roberts leads through quiet confidence. His focus is never on himself, but on the team, the mission, and the bigger picture. He doesn't chase personal glory. He builds legacies through collective success. Every time he stands on that top step of the dugout, arms folded, eyes calm, you see a man who understands the game at every level. The emotion, the math, the rhythm, the psychology. You see someone who's played, coached, and led through every phase of baseball life, and who still approaches it with gratitude. In many ways, Dave Roberts' career reflects a timeless truth about greatness, that it's not about the loudest moments or the biggest numbers. It's about consistency, grace under pressure, and the courage to do the right thing when it matters most. His life reminds us that even the smallest moments, a single stolen base, a calm word in the dugout, can echo forever. Dave Roberts is more than a manager. He's a teacher, a symbol, and a testament to what patience and perseverance can build. From Okinawa to California, from journeyman player to championship leader, his story continues to inspire those who believe that dignity and determination still win in the long run. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this long-form tribute to Dave Roberts, a man who personifies leadership, legacy, and longevity, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more stories celebrating the figures who have not only played the game, but elevated it through their example and their heart.